Okay, so funny story. Not necessarily funny, but weird. I don't know, maybe because I made that video about ADHD, that's maybe why I experienced what I experienced today. But tell me why I'm having out of bodies all morning. I say night, but I get off in the morning, so I was sleeping in the morning. So all morning when I went to sleep, I was having out of bodies. So much so that I can barely remember most of it. But I was having, they was telling me about ADHD. And I was sitting, like, like you kind of be like in your, like in the out of body, sometimes you have your regular mind and you have this mind that just knows certain shit. This time I'm sitting in there, I'm just thinking to myself, like, did I create this? Like, is it because I made that video about the ADHD? Like, when I said it ruined, and the title was kind of clickbaitish because it didn't ruin my life, obviously, because I'm here. But I do feel like it hindered me a little bit. But in the out of body, they telling me about ADHD and what it is, and all the things that I could do because of having ADHD. Like, but it wasn't talking about the things that I could do in this physical realm, or maybe it was. Maybe I just didn't get the point. But I remember in one specific moment, it was telling me that ADHD ain't ruining your life. Like, basically, like, I mean, I didn't believe it was. Maybe I did subconsciously believe it was ruining my life. But it's like you to basically telling me that when I ADHD activated why I have out of bodies. Like, it's, now I don't know how true that is. Anybody who has natural out of body experiences that maybe see this video, just comment in the video, like, or something. Tell me if you got ADHD or maybe you undiagnosed or whatever. But he was saying that's why I have out of bodies naturally, because I pay attention to everything. My focus, thinking that I'm not focused, thinking that I lack focus, is the opposite. Is that I focus on too much. And but he was saying that's not ruining you. It, I don't know, like, how did he say it? It was like weird, like how he was explaining it, because when he was explaining it, he was showing me these I don't know if they was beings or just things that was created to show an example of something, but they looked like how do I say it? Not like, almost like shadow beings, damn near. But it was like every time I looked at them, I was scanning them like a. It was weird. Like, I was scanning them. He was like, "You pay attention to everything," and he said, when you hear, you always observing everything. That's why nothing like can he didn't say attack, but it was like referring to that, like I be on my toes, like I be knowing when some like certain shit's about to happen, because I be like very observant. But man, it was so much, and it was like changing from point to point and showing me like the abilities and things that I could do that are because of, it's like it's like when you out your body, your focus is, it's like, it's not ADHD when you out your body. It's like just like awareness. Like, it's like it's weird. I keep saying it's weird, I'm sorry, but it's just weird because I'm trying to think of like what I'm trying to put words to what I was experiencing. So it's like showing me things is like you focus. You don't, it's not that you don't focus, it's that you focus too much. You have to learn how to balance your focus, or something like that. Like, you have to. But in the out of bodies, when I'm focused on something, it's like I'm like laser focused. But I do get distracted the same as like here. So I'll be like looking, but if I feel like something's around me or something, I look at it, I pay attention to it, I analyze it, and I see. But even in this, he was talking about patterns. He was like, you have pattern recognition. That's what it was. He was like, you recognize patterns, and I do. I recognize patterns in everything, in people, in animals. I recognize patterns, and I never looked at that as something that dealt with ADHD or nothing like that. Or I always just looked at that as something that everybody needs to learn how to do, is look at patterns. That's how I communicate. Like, that's how I deal with people in the workplace and family, all that stuff. I peep people out. I analyze them. That way I know how to, you know what I'm saying, handle them or deal with them. Because if I analyze you, I know, okay, this person don't like cracking jokes all that time. Don't like people talking too much to them and all that stuff. So I'm gonna leave them alone. This person is kind of cool. I can deal with this person a certain type of way. This person got some issues, but deal with everybody the different ways, because I look at the patterns. And a lot of times when I was young, and I used to people used to ask me, like, we'll be sitting talking about stuff like relationship advice and stuff, and I would give people like this advice, and it would work for them. And it wasn't because I'm a prophet, it wasn't because I'm a psychic, it's because I recognize patterns. And if I'm around somebody long enough, especially if I'm like, say, I got a friend and they got a girl, and I'm around them a lot, I'm gonna recognize their patterns. I'm gonna recognize when you do something wrong and when she do something wrong. And it's not that I really care to know that stuff, it's just that because I have to be around y'all, so I need to know who y'all are, so I'm gonna recognize y'all's patterns, and I'm gonna go based off of that. So if I won't tell my nobody, like my cousin or my friend or anybody, like if they arguing with their girl, I won't sit up there and tell them, like, right in front of their girl, like, hey, you was wrong. But I will take them to the side and be like, hey, you was messed up. Like, that wasn't right. You did something wrong. Because I recognize the pattern. You did something wrong. You was either drinking and you overthought something and you said something wrong, and that person took it this way, and you sitting here confused, like, why did they take it this way? Because you said this. But even the course of the day, like, I can, most of the time when I wake up, I can kind of tell how the day is gonna go. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but maybe that's not part of the ADHD. But that's what they was telling me in the out of body, like, you recognize patterns and stuff, and like when you like, and it's confusing. And I kind of somehow, I don't know, maybe I'm just tripping, but I be thinking like it's maybe I created that or something, like, because it was like saying stuff that was just too like what? You telling me about how I lay down when I have trouble sleeping. I'm like restless, and I wake up periodically throughout the night. Like telling me stuff like that, and I'm like what the heck? Like telling me like that's why I have out of bodies, because I be what we call ADHD is like I hear everything. So my awareness I tend to wake up mentally when my body is asleep, because I hear noises, I hear certain things, I get distracted. So basically saying I'm getting distracted from my sleep, and I'm waking up mentally, and I'm end up having an out of body. So it's like at some point it's like, okay, that would make sense to why when I used to smoke weed, I wouldn't have those problems. I would just sleep, because I would be out of there. Like, the noises didn't bother me, nothing like that. I would be out of there. But I'm still like, what the fuck was I experiencing that? Now, it was cool, and I had some other experiences too, where it was like I was, after we was talking about all that stuff, I was sitting back, and next you know, some people came up to me and was like just talking to me regular, like, oh, you give us some go to the store for us. And it was like a regular situation, like I was in a real world. Like I didn't even know I was asleep, really, to be honest. But then this could have been a dream. But I was like, they was like, can you go to the store and get us some food? I was like, what y'all want? What y'all need? Like, I'll get you some food. Like, just tell me what you want. And they like, I don't know. Next you know, this tall man walked up while I'm talking to them, and they just smiled. It's like they was just testing me or something. that's what it felt like. They was testing me. I was like, would you get us some food? And I was like, yeah, I got you. What you want? And I didn't even know how I was gonna get there because I didn't know if I had no money. But I was like, yeah, I got you. Next, you know, this tall guy walked up with a big old basket full of like gifts, food, gifts, all kind of stuff. And I'm like, what is this? And they was like, your ancestors are proud. Your ancestors are proud. And I said something. I said the Ori. I said something like I was like asking them quick, like the Ori, the this and that, like, and I don't know why I was saying that. I just like I said Orishas. I don't know why I was saying that because I don't practice any spiritual system, but I was saying like Orishas, Ori. I don't even know what Ori means, so don't get me to lie. And I kind of felt bad for saying it because I was like, why the fuck I say that shit? And they just were smiling at me like, you stupid. Like, but it was another experience that I didn't get to talk about on that ADHD video. This whole time, like, I was having these out-of-body experiences, and I was being shown my mind, and I didn't realize it. Like, I think I talked about it in another video, one of the old videos. But I would always go into this house, and it would be like music equipment, like scattered everywhere. It'll be computers, it'll be like game systems, and it'll be everything that I like in this house, but it would be clutter. And I used to be like, why is it always clutter? I'm like looking for stuff, but I'm happy, excited, like, oh shoot, look at this, it's a drum machine. Oh, look at this, it's an amplifier. Oh, look at this, it's an equalizer. This and that. I could hook this up to this computer. I could do that. But it was like cluttered. Like, it wasn't like trash. It was just a bunch of good shit, unorganized, all in the same area and stuff. Then I would go downstairs. It'll be a room where you're just playing video games. Then another room, you have like arcade games and all kind of stuff. And then another room is like decorated, and this is like weird. It's like, and I never looked at it as, I was looking at my mind, not really like the clutter. That's like, my mind never shuts off, and all the things that I like to do is always running through my mind, like and I'm like, oh, so because eventually I started going into these places, and as I started getting back into my spiritual journey, I would be back in these places, and it would be more organized. And I'd be like, how is it more? And I think it stems from my meditation and me trying to find balance within my mind, like, because I am full of clutter. Like, I'm all over the place. So looking at those experiences and being like, dang, so I have to really like organize things, and I'm terrible at organizing. I will know what I need to do, but when it comes to organizing, like time and stuff and doing this and that, I'll do good for 2-3 days, and then after that I'm through with it. But yeah, I need to learn how to do that. I need to learn how to schedule things out. But that opened my eyes a little bit more, showing me that I'm on the right path, and that I'm taking the right steps to become the best version of me. And as far as that experience with them telling me things and showing me things and telling me that, basically saying it's not ADHD, it's just, I'm just aware. It's like, what would you like if you knew that you chose to have this what they deem as ADHD, to come down here so that you could wake up early, or you could become, you know what I'm saying, get closer to yourself early and understand yourself within spiritually, and that these were not, it wasn't something that was supposed to hinder you, but coming into this physical reality, having that ability or whatever disorder, it can hinder you if you don't know what it is, or it could make you it can make you have setbacks or in your life and stuff like that if you don't know what's going on. But if you know what's going on, it becomes like a superpower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying, like, I hate when I have an out of body and they explaining things to me that when I come back, it's so difficult to explain. But I know it, and that don't make sense to me. But it's like I know it, but I'm like, how do I explain it? It's like you have these abilities. It's not something to hold you back. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Y'all be easy, stay blessed, and highly favored, man. Be good.